Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Dr. Jloknows. Today I want to talk to you about something that I think is really important. I know you're sort of tired of hearing me say that, but I think everything is important. So I want to talk about a proper apology and what that is and why it is so important. You may have noticed that people seem to say when they accidentally bump into you or maybe step on your toe inadvertently when they're in a movie theater, oops, my bad. So for a situation like that, oops, my bad is, it's not appropriate, but it's what we have. And, a situation like that doesn't call for some big explanation. However, let's say something is going on where, oops, my bad doesn't even come close. A situation, say for example, where you and your best friend have made a plan to get together and your friend says 2 hours before you're supposed to meet, I have to go take my dog to the groomer. Can we do this again? All right, no big deal. Then you reschedule sometime later and they call you up and say, oops, I'm so sorry. I forgot that I have a dentist appointment. And you're thinking, this is getting a little old because, I have to make some arrangements in order to get together and you seem to not be prioritizing me. So you're starting to feel some type of way. So then a couple weeks go by and the same thing happens again with some other sort of, lame excuse we could say. Now you're getting a little ticked. So you call them up and you say, look, I know life goes on and you have things happening, but this is happening a little too much for my comfort level and I'm feeling like you're not prioritizing me. The only proper response is, oh my gosh, I am so sorry I did that to you. I understand how you could feel annoyed, unimportant, not a priority. I understand that I made you feel these things, and here's what I'm going to do to make sure that will never happen again. Because an apology is a 3-part process, and our society has completely forgotten about that. My bad is not an appropriate response to somebody who is taking the time to actually share with you what they feel, because it takes courage to do that, especially in our society. So apologies are a 3-part process. I am sorry I made you feel that way. I understand what I did, and I will be sure that I do XYZ to make sure that I don't do that again. And the middle part of I understand how what I did hurt you is so important because that is validating. And it's validating in a way that the person who's taking the time and the courage to share with you how they feel needs to hear. Now you might be thinking, well, what if I don't think that I really did anything wrong? That gets a little murky. But if the person who is bringing this to your attention is important to you, really important, then you're gonna wanna take full responsibility for what you did. There are plenty of people out there who say, well, I have no control how the other person feels, or it's not my fault if they take it personally. Well, that's true to a point, but if you find that that is always how you think, if somebody's bringing something to your attention, then you're probably missing the boat. Because the other person is sharing something with you that matters to them. And if your response is, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, or, I can't help it that that's what you think, that's essentially a slap in the face. And when you care about someone, I don't think what you want to do is slap them in the face. So this is all food for thought, but of course I think it's really important. That's why I'm talking about it. So to wrap up, apologies are a 3-step process. I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. I understand what I did was hurtful to you, and here's what I'm going to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. So I would love your comments and feedback, and for you to subscribe to Dr. Jloknows, and I thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day.